Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well, and welcome to day 86 of reading 101 essays that will change the way you think. As always, shout out to Brianna West for the text, and today's title is Not Everybody Will Love You in a Way You Understand. So much of the tension that turns to friction, and so much of that friction that creates the fault lines that erupt in our relationships has to do with the ways we perceive love, the ways we expect it, and how the love we think we deserve does or doesn't match up to what we get and oftentimes give. For a lot of people, it's not about whether or not they're in love with someone, it's the nuances that come along with being in love. It's how they're in love with them. It's the ounce of uncertainty we're told we shouldn't have. The notion that they're so young, that someone without such and such an issue could come along and be better than what they have now, that there is better out there. The ex who's more convenient, the distance, the fear of commitment, the timing, the distractions, the impulses to try something else. And every last one of us can admit to knowing what it's like to be circling through these notions, trapped between loving someone and wanting to choose otherwise. The problem is that we seldom realize that the heart is not a one-time expended thing. You can't put someone in it and expect that to heal the scared contours. You have to realize that often the struggle is that we leave, even though we love them and we fight, even though we love them and we do wrong by them, even though we love them and it's not because we don't love them enough, but that all the things can coexist within us, and the presence of one love doesn't make another go away, but it doesn't heal the hurt at its root either. It can just mask it for a bit. We can expect that our hearts are able to hold more than one thing, more than one person, more than one feeling, but we cannot expect that they're all coexist perfectly. Love grows, and it grows you from the inside out. It expands you, but the expansion doesn't eliminate whatever else was there beforehand. So it doesn't always look the way we think it should. There are hidden spaces and depths within us, and love sometimes goes out differently when it creates the echo of going through those parts of us as well. Some people love silently. Some people love without ever realizing they're in love. Love doesn't look loving at all. It's masked by fear, forced into remission, and acted on in bouts of anger and disappointment. Sometimes it's not being able to look at someone after they're gone. Sometimes it's being able to stop. And most times, it's not being able to tell them either way. It sometimes comes out punishing, like the parents who try to force us into compliance, not realizing that you cannot shame people into changing, that their expression of anger is a mechanism of their ego, not of their love. We are not inherently whole once we found another person to fit into us. Nobody can do that for us. We have to fill those spaces ourselves. So sometimes it goes misunderstood, but the comfort is in knowing that it's not what we misunderstand about love as much as it is about how we let the misunderstanding open and expand us. Yet the love, in all the twisted ways it's morphed and sullied, push you into transforming yourself and your life out of necessity. You eventually realize it was love that created you, not the pain that is a byproduct of lost love. And it wasn't the love someone didn't give, it was the love you had to find in yourself. The only matter is that we let love do what it's supposed to, give us more of it, even, and probably especially, when it means we have to take it for ourselves. Sometimes we choose people to show us the hidden parts of ourselves. Sometimes it's the only way we can be acquainted with our inner beings. And even though we don't understand it, it's often the most honest, beautiful way we love ourselves too. A lot of the times we won't understand. We won't understand the way in which people love us. And that will often make us want to leave. It will make us want to go back to an ex. It will make us think, is there anything better out there? We have to understand that sometimes we don't understand everything. We have to realize that sometimes the way that somebody loves us, we don't get it. We don't understand the way they love us because we've always been loved a certain way. The way a person loves you is determined by if you can understand it or not. If you can understand how they show affection, how they show you love. Because everybody loves differently. Everybody interprets love differently. So we won't always understand love. We won't always understand the way people love us. Sometimes people love us by always showing up. Sometimes people love us by protecting us from certain truths. Sometimes people love us and they lie to us. And yeah, is that the best way to go about things? No, just because somebody does something out of love, it doesn't mean that it's a good thing. So we have to ask what the intention is. Yes, they had good intentions, but the way they went about it could have been wrong. And we will not always understand the way somebody loves. But all that matters at the end of it is that they love you. Sometimes you won't get it. Sometimes you don't want to put up with it. And that's all up to you. If you don't want to put up with a way somebody loves you, you leave, you walk out. But if you are willing to sit with them, understand how they love you, and maybe try to guide them in ways that you will be able to understand, that's also up to you. The way you understand love, the way you interpret love, it will all be different. So it's just, are you willing to try to understand? So tomorrow's title is How to Tame Your Inner Demons. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 87.